What's up guys, it's Crikey here, and you're watching the launch of my second season of Yorick to Diamond. I did this last season and some of you might have seen it, but basically I get a fresh unranked account and basically play Yorick only all the way to Diamond. And the intention of this series is to be educational, showing you how to play against certain matchups and how to play the game as Yorick. It's also a mental reset for me because lately on my main account it hasn't been going too well. I also would like to include that I'm playing on the EUNE server this time because I've done it so many times in EU West that I want to try out EUNE for the first time and just experience how different the server is compared to EU West. So let's go ahead and get straight to the placements. So this isn't the first game. I made a mistake and forgot to record most of my games, but that's okay since I've got some games remaining, and this is game number 6 in my placement series, currently 6-0, and we're facing a Cho'Gath, which I think is an easy lane for reasons I will give right now. The two main reasons are he's very easy to push over because he can't really poke you and bully you in lane, and he's very immobile, so once you trap him he can't escape. Now you may be thinking he can poke you with his E and Q, but it's actually very easy to avoid if you play it right. Now coming into lane, what you want to do is get level 2 before him, so you want to auto attack the minions and Q last hit them, and at the same time make sure you avoid getting poked by his E, since most Cho'Gaths start E, but if they do start Q then it's even better for you since you can get level 2 quicker. So as shown here, I'm going to get level 2 quicker than him, and I've got some goals set up, so I'm just going to hit level 2 and go into him. As you also may notice, I click on my levels, which is a very bad habit which I should stop. If you do that, you should stop that as well, but bad habits do die hard. So now that I've got him really low, I established my lane dominance. I've got the lane prior and I'm going to get level 3 before him and have goals set up with a big wave coming in. And so now I can just punish him every time he tries to go for a CS because I've got the wave advantage and I also have an XP advantage, but I've got to be careful with the jungler because he started red, and if he's doing a full clear he's going to come up to blue and come gank me soon. So I see an opportunity to punish him since he steps up, and basically I trap him in and set my goals on him, and it turns out to be an extended fight which I win obviously, and I get first blood. Here's an example of me all-inning a Cho'Gath very easily without any effort. I've got 4 goals and I can fight him basically in his wave and still win the trade, as long as I can dodge his Q, and yeah, basically I'll win the trade, which is why I think this is an easy matchup, since I can win trades every time even with a big wave against me. So I do it again with a big wave against me and still win it and force his flash out. This is perfect because the wave is pushing towards me, so I can freeze it and actually have him overextend and kill him since he has no flash. And so I set up a nice freeze here, which he has to overextend and get minions, and that's when I can go ahead and all-in him. But I didn't all-in straight away because I was looking bot, seeing if I can get a potential TP down, and basically I wanted him to feel a bit more safe, so once he has that full sense of security, I'm gonna all-in him at a random time. And yeah, here's my random time here. As soon as I broke the wave, I went into him, which was very late I would say, but since it's low elo, he didn't really respect me, and I just took advantage of that. And so my lanes were losing after that, and I wanted to help them out, so I pushed in the wave and I went to roam. This is something I would do often in lower elos and even my elo if I have the advantage, and it's really good if you want to spread your lead. This turned out to be a very long fight. I've actually chased all the way to their jungle, but I was so confident since I was really fed. Ignore that flash, mechanical mistakes do happen, but it actually turned out to be better since I've got even more kills, so planned. So again, I hard push the lane, then I roam. This time I was actually tracking where the jungler is, and I'm predicting he's at blue right now. And since I've got big priority, I'm really fed, I can basically kill the Pantheon without any effort, and even Cho'Gath is there, I can turn the tables. And of course I was right with my prediction. And so I take out the Pantheon, he dies, and then I take his camps, which even sends him even more behind and tilts him, so it's really big impact. And if you've been playing Season 10, you know that jungle impact is very big, and tilting them would really send the whole team behind. Now imagine if I wasn't proactive and all I did was just hard shove and do nothing. I wouldn't have been in a situation where I have this many kills and this fed. And a common question I see amongst Yorick players is what to do after pushing in waves. This is what you do: track the jungler, kill him, and roam. Tracking jungler is actually a very important skill you should learn, and if you want to learn about all these jungle routes and stuff, I suggest you watch Tarzan on Twitch or YouTube. Yeah, the toxic one from NA. That guy's, he's a pretty good jungler. I mean, he is toxic and it's pretty funny to watch, but he does have some educational content on his channel and his streams, so check him out if you want to learn about jungle. And yeah, pick up another easy kill on Cho'Gath. This shouldn't really be happening, but this is low elo and his awareness is absolutely zero. So I roll mid and get another kill on Swain, which is big because this guy is fed and I'm shutting him down. Then I roam bot and I kill the fed Jhin and get the Morgana very cleanly. I still haven't gone back to lane, but I am so fed right now. And the game's pretty much over. I'm just going to show you the few kills I get, and yeah, let's move on to the next one after. This guy seems to really hate this owner pick. Not really sure why, to be honest. So we are against the Darius matchup. This is a matchup I would like to call a skill matchup. I don't want to sound too big-headed, but I should be winning this matchup since I've got the higher skill level. I've already made a separate guide on this, so if you want to see an in-depth Darius matchup guide, I've got it on my channel. Just check my playlist out, but I'm going to just go over it pretty quickly. So this Darius took Ignite, but usually you play safe level 1 anyways. You want to play safe against the Darius level 1 because if they start W, they can all in you and actually kill you, and you can't do anything about it since you got the weakest level 1 and you cannot fight back. So just play safe, let the wave push into you, CS when you can, and if the Darius is not poking you, then take CS, but he's going to poke you, alright, it's inevitable, unless you're like Iron 5 or something. So like you just saw there, just play it carefully. Maybe you get poked out, it's alright, you got corrupting, but just don't die to him. I'm getting a gank here by Kha'Zix. If you don't, you can just keep farming, but I got a gank here and it did work out well. I got the first blood and I continue on snowballing from there. So he has no Psalms now and I'm level 5 with some ghouls lying around, so I can potentially kill him. It is risky, but he has no Psalms, so the risk has been removed, and yeah, I go in for the all-in. It does go on longer than I expected and I could have actually lost the all-in because it went on for so long, but luckily he had no Psalms and I pick up my second kill, and you should know lane is over now. There's no chance of him coming back. And so I go for another all-in, this time in Maiden, so I should win it. Even if I wasn't fed, I would actually still kill the Darius because Darius loses to Yorick if he has Maiden and ghouls and he plays it right. And so I kill him again and I get the tower, and it is getting boring killing him continuously, so I need to move on. But then I get ganked by Rek'Sai and Syndra and I get both of them as well. And so like last game, I spread my lead and I kill everyone. I don't want to explain that because it's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to put on some nice piano music in the background and let it go on. If you see a jungler type this, I advise you to dodge, but I can't do that. So I did win the game pretty convincingly, but I don't want to show the footage. Since it was against a Fiora, and I did everything you shouldn't be doing against Fiora, and it still worked out because the Fiora sucked. And it's not advisable or any good advice, I just played normally, ran into her, and it worked because the Fiora didn't know what she was doing. So let's just move on to the last game. So this is my last placement game. I'm 9-0, haven't lost a single game, and I've got a very easy lane. Not just a Nasus lane, but a Nasus Arcane Comet with Ignite lane. So he's not going to be stacking, he's going to be pushing into me, which is what I want anyways, so he's giving me a free lane basically. The only problem I have in this game is that I had the same ADC which I had a few games back, and that ADC did pretty badly, but I can still carry anyways. You're not going to be facing this lane very often, in fact it's very rare, but if you do, all you have to do is just avoid getting hit by his E, and to do that you just don't stay in the wave for too long, because if you waste your E on you then he can't E the wave, and so that's a trade off for him. So if you stay in the wave you can E the wave and you, and he'll get a free trade there. So just stay away from the wave and punish him when he goes for a cannon minion, which I'll show you right now. So as a Nasus, last hit in the cannon minion with Q is very important, and you should know that, so prioritize that. And as you see, I punish him trying to last hit the cannon and I get the kill. This was done a lot easier because this Nasus pushed it in towards me, and so I could freeze it very easily. This wouldn't be happening against a normal Nasus, which hopefully I will get later on the series. I can show you how to play against one. But yeah, this was a off game and it was pretty easy, so I'm just gonna show you the kills and stuff I got. And I'm gonna put Scooby-Doo in the background because Nasus is a dog and Scooby-Doo's a dog if you get it. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
What's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. You're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's the Scooby-Doo? What's the Scooby-Doo? We're gonna follow you. You're gonna solve that mystery. We see you, Scooby-Doo. We're coming after you. What's the Scooby-Doo? Don't look back. You may find another clue. The Scooby snacks will be waiting here for you. What's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. You're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's the Scooby-Doo? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. What's the Scooby-Doo?
So that's the end of episode 1. I just finished my placement games, did all 10 of them, won all 10 of them, and I got bronze 2. I feel like I should have been higher because I was playing against low plat gold players at a point, so I feel like I should have been at least silver, but At least my MMR should be high since I've got 100% win rate technically. And for episode 2 I should be in gold, we'll see. But yeah, that's the end of episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a new type of format I'm trying out. I mean, I did similar to what I did last season, but it's slightly different in terms of editing. But if you did enjoy it, please let me know in the comments so I can continue on with this editing style. Or if you want the old editing style which I did last season, maybe I'll do that instead. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more knowledgeable content, and I'll see you in the next one.